energy. The world runs on it every day.
Good morning. Welcome to Seoul.
Hi.
Hi.
And when we put the best of the Caribbean together with the energy we harness, everything runs so much smoother. Because at the end of the day, it's all about connecting people.
Happy birthday, Dad.
Seoul, wherever your journey begins.
Live from the stadium that delivered that memorable and emphatic win to the West Indies, Grenada, comes the Dream 11 Spy-Style T10 2.0 cricket competition. 30 matches, 14 days of exciting T10 cricket action. 6 teams, only one will be champions. See the likes of the Spiceman, Andre Fletcher, Devon Smith, international players Kesrick Williams, Alec Atenes, and more. Support your team. Love the game. Dream 11 Spy-Style T10 2.0 cricket competition, April 5th to the 18th, Grenada National Stadium. Pure spice of the Caribbean.
Imagine having the home of your dreams. Imagine investing in that piece of property you can call your own. Imagine finally doing that home improvement project you've always been thinking about. It's time to stop imagining and start doing. Let the GUT Credit Union help you take the first step with fantastic rates, affordable repayments, and reduced legal fees. Make the move. Get better terms on your mortgage. Use your home equity to make those dreams a reality. Act now. There's really no place like home. GUT Credit Union. It's where you belong.
The biggest and safest summer festival in the region, August 8th and 9th. Let's go to Grenada for Spice Mass. Call your booking agents and get your tickets today.
And a very pleasant afternoon to you, wherever you are. Welcome back to the National Stadium. It's Dream 11 Spice LT Tournament and game number 18 as we welcome you back to our beautiful looking National Stadium, sun shining brightly. And we do expect really another competitive game this afternoon as we see the Nutmeg Warriors. They are going to come up against Cinnamon Pacers. And we just await. We should be on in just the next few minutes. But just to let you know that the condition is beautiful. And we are envisioning another really good game this afternoon. I have with me, my pleasure to have with me, the President of the Grenada Cricket Association, Mr. Dwayne Gill. He's certainly going to be giving some comments. One who have really gone through the systems in terms of cricket. Director CWI, and also the Windwards Board. Dwayne, good afternoon and welcome.
Good afternoon to you, Rafael, and good day to the viewers, or good evening in some cases. So, Cooney, I think we in for some exciting cricket this afternoon. Two teams having something to prove. One of them at the top of the table, one at the bottom. I'm sure the Nutmeg Warriors will be looking to qualify in the number one position. and it would make it a lot easier for them come Saturday. And the other team, not out of it yet, I would say. Probably they have to win the remaining matches. Some bad luck, Alec Atanaz, the leading batsman, last season, injured for the first couple games, and not really the team not really gelling. So it's an opportunity for them to come back in this game, and they have a lot to prove.
Yeah, interestingly, that we see the tournament, and all the teams have lost so far. Not my Warriors, as you said, sitting at the top of the table. They'll want to really cement their position by trying to end up the top teams, and the top teams have the advantage of having another bite of the cherry. But as we look at the tournament, one sees that some of the senior players, the Volcano players, so forth, one would expect as we go a little bit deeper that they will begin to probably take charge and really lead in terms of the performances.
Yeah, well, we've seen some glimpses of the superior performances already. If you look at the runs chart, you would see perhaps someone like Kevin Hodge at the top, and you have Andre Fletcher, who's always there. You have Kamani Milias. You have a couple of them who've been scoring runs, and locally, of course, you have Johan Jeremiah. He's been getting amongst the runs as well. You have Roland Cato, and these guys are around the Windwards Volcanoes team based in Grenada. And it's good to see them, coming and dominating. Some of them will come into their own a little bit later on in the tournament. The bowlers is always difficult for them, but we've seen also, in terms of the fast bowling, we've seen Darius Martin and Josh Thomas. I thought a couple of days ago, Crony, we had some, what I would consider to be old-time fast bowling. The use of the short ball, even in T10 cricket. So, we expect to see a lot more from them. They've been training on mornings, doing the one-on-ones with the coaches, and then coming in to play this tournament. Some of them are complaining they're a bit fatigued, but, they're professionals, and we are sure we're going to get a lot more out of them in the next coming days.
Yeah, well, it's good to hear you speak about the fast bowling, because we did make mention of what we saw from Darius Martin. Even that particular game, Josh Thomas, I think they bowl really, really well. And it's interesting to see, the sort of help they could have got off this pitch. I mean, it's not really new pitches. I mean, a number of games have been played on it, but still, you find that the fast bowlers were able to get to really quite a lot of lift of the pitch.
Yeah, earlier on in the tournament, they got the lift. I think the wickets have slowed up a bit. Of course, we are playing on 2 strips, and I think we alternate. So it's getting a bit slower, but we're hoping that they would hold for the big weekend, Saturday, Sunday, and for the big final on Monday. So it was good to see the fast bowlers, coming into their own. Normally in these tournaments, we see a lot of spin bowling. We are seeing spin bowling or slow bowling, if you want. Some people consider it to be slow bowling, but we do have on some of the teams, we have at least two men who bowl fast. The Saffron strikers, we spoke about the two, Darius Martin and Josh Thomas, and still we had Ryan John. The teams coming up to play, Nutmeg Warriors and Cinnamon Pacers. The Pacers, no one really of express pace. So you have some youngsters. You have Jamie Buddy and Jonathan Taylor. These are guys who represented Grenada at the under 15 and the under 19 levels. So young guys, and they are just developing. And of course, you have the medium pace of Mike and Narain. With the Nutmeg Warriors team, we have, if you look at the Heston Jackson, yeah, he is perhaps one that can stand out there. So not much pace with these two teams, but certainly some of the other teams. You have one team with 3 test players in it, 3 test fast bowlers. Well, two test fast bowlers, Sherman Lewis and Neelan Pascal. Yeah. Right? And I said 3 test players because Devon Smith is also there. So a good spread of players, and we are seeing good competitive cricket, and this is all, it's building up nicely, and I think we're going to have on Saturday. We don't know which teams will qualify 1 and 2, but of course the structure of the tournament, 1 will play 2, and the winner of that match would go straight into the final on Monday.
Okay, hold it there as we go down to take the toss. We'll come back to that discussion. We now go down to take the toss. Match number 18, Cinnamon Pacers up against Nutmeg Warriors. With me here, the match referee Carl Felix, the captain Cinnamon Pacers, Micah Narain, and the captain of Nutmeg Warriors, Andre Fletcher. The toss, the match referee going to pass it to Cinnamon Pacers, who going to spin. Heads. And head is a call.
It is a head.
And it is a head. Andre Fletcher, you have won the toss. What will you do?
We will have a bowl first.
You'll have a bowl first. Any particular reason why you'll have want a bowl first today?
I just want to put them in, try to restrict them as low as possible, and give ourselves a chance to chase it down. Once we win, I believe that we will show being the top two.
Well, you should be very confident at the top of the table now. And you having a bowl first, what probably you would want to achieve?
Well, as I said, our goal is to win this game. The most important thing is the top two teams. We have a chance to get 2 bites of the pie. So once we do that, the rest of the tournament will take care of itself.
Okay, best of luck to you.
All right, thanks very much.
Micah Narain, so you have lost the toss and you have been asked to bat first.
Yeah, well, first of all, I want to thank the Amati for bringing us here. Well, we sent into bat, we just had to go there and do what we have to, look to score between 100 and 120, put it on the board and see if we bowlers can defend that. You
have lost 1 out of 5 games, and you certainly do want to win this one. What would you do different in this game?
Well, I think we batted at the back ourselves and score the runs. I think that is our failure, so we had to go there and score the runs and give our bowlers a chance to defend it.
Okay, best of luck to you.
Thank you.
So the toss, Nutmeg Warriors won the toss and has elected to field, and that is the news from down here. So the news, Nutmeg Warriors won the toss and will field first. As we see the umpires just making their way out, followed by the team. We certainly going to look at the team. Nutmeg Warriors, and Andre Fletcher, Akim Alexis, Wavell Benjamin, wicketkeeper, Daryl Cyrus, Haston Jackson, Sheldon Joseph, Donald McDonald, Keishon Mitchell, Alex Moses, Chandel Regis, and Isaiah Simon. Cinnamon Pacers, Micah Narain, captain, Shion Anju, Alec Altanaz, Jimmy Buddy, Tate Carmichael, Chad Charles, Bijan Embleton, Javed Hazard, Darren Hippolyte, Desjon Maloney, and Jonathan Taylor. As we look at both teams here, seem we expect it to be pretty competitive, but I think Nutmeg Warriors will be going out with a lot of confidence, having picked up the most win and standing at the top of the table.
Yeah, definitely at the top of the table, looking to finish number 1 to go into the playoffs on Saturday. They've rested Kieron Kotoy, I believe. Crony, he's carried a bit of I think it's a cold he has. So he's being rested, and it presents an opportunity for other players in the team. So I think they want to finish number 1. You know, I think you have that comfort of in the playoffs if you finish number 1 and you get into, you know, if you lose that game, you still have another chance. You still have another chance. So they will be quite interested to make sure that they finish number 1.
So we're about to see the start of game number 18, and seeing Hassan Jackson just marking out his mark, and he's going to begin from this northern end, or commentary booth end, or for those of you who knows this area, the Dabo end. And he will bowl into Alec Atenas, and one of the top players in the first edition. Certainly has not really come to the party as yet.
Well, he did win the only game that the Pacers won. He missed the first 2 games through injury, got a match-winning half-century, and then was a bit unlucky yesterday. So a lot depends on him. He is their big bat. Yeah. And when he scores, the others tend to score as well. So perhaps, you know, Jackson will be looking to take him out early.
So Jackson comes around the wicket to bowl to Atena's first delivery. Again, he looking to hit on the offside, just timing it well, just play down in front of him. And Cinnamon Peters really would be hoping that, Athena is going to really come off today. As you say, if he does come off, more than often the team wins.
Yeah, and I think he has a new opening partner in T10 Carmichael.
Yeah.
So 2 left-handers, so some strategy there from the Cinnamon Pacers team, trying to get off to a brisk start. Let's see what Jackson does.
Just missing his run there. So the field for Jackson, we have third man right back on the boundary, point, cover, extra cover, and mid-off on the offside. Short fine leg, deep backward square on the boundary, mid-wicket and mid-on. Outside the off stump, and again, no shot offered. We are in the first over. Cinnamon Pacers have been asked to bat. And having just one game. But just a little bit on the conditions, the pitch and really the playing surface. As we see Jackson again, just missing his run there and gonna return to his mark.
Yeah, well, the surfaces have been pretty good thus far. You expect it obviously to get a little bit slower as we go on. The ground staff, they have rotated the pitches. We're using 2 strips, so the plan is really to get it up to a certain level come Saturday, Sunday and Monday. So there's a lot of work to do. We want to see good cricket pitches, something in it for the fast bowlers, and also for a good stroke play from the batsmen.
Jackson, a shot. This one is played to backward point, straight to that point position. A bit of bounce from this delivery. And Athena is on top of it and just pushing it square. And, it's an interesting discussion with Kevin Hodge this morning. And he said to me that even while they were in St. Vincent, the thing about the difference between the wicket is that that wicket is a little bit lower. But as he said, this one was really good for batting. A lovely shot. Hit over backward point, and that's going to do just one bounce into the boundary for 4. But giving some width there. And Atena's coming forward and lifted it over backward point for 4.
Full and wide, and can't bowl that to Alec Atenas. He will dispatch you over that backward point area.
Yeah, confident shot. And played with a lot of control. He's really a touch player, a beautiful timer of the cricket ball. As he settled once again to face Hassan Jackson. Round the wicket. Short delivery, pulled and mid-wicket. He's going to pick up another single.
You'll have to say a quiet start, Cooney. 5 in 5 deliveries, and some intent there from Atenas. But, in the power play, you want to utilize those 24 balls or so, maximize.
Yeah. It's interesting that you said that because the game this morning we saw, in my view, as I said before, the first half of the game was a really good one. As T10 Carmichael beaten by this one outside the off stump, just staying down a little bit. But that completes the first over. It's 5 without loss. Carmichael just facing 1 delivery, not it off the mark. Atena's 5 from 5.
Yeah, I think when this team look back, when they look back at their performances so far, they would realize that they have not really been doing well with the bat. So probably a more measured approach at the top and probably try to, playing themselves and give it a go later down. But certainly a good first over from Aston Jackson, and then the thing about the Nutmeg Warriors and the captaincy of Fletcher is always going to have his off spinner ball into the left hander in the power play, and it's now Akim Alexis, the tall off spinner. He's going to take it up. Not unfamiliar to the role. He's bowled the new ball before, and Let's see what Alec has in mind. I'm sure he'll want to take the attack to the off spinner as we hear the chirpy Wavel Benjamin behind the stumps.
Yeah, that's always chirpy. Yeah, it would be interesting to see. I think it's good that you want to take the ball away from the left-handed batsman. So Alex is going to start, and he's going to go between the umpire and the stump. Dayton Butler at that end. Alexis with his first delivery. Martinez is playing square, again straight to Fletcher, backward point. Again, there's no chance of a run. I was making the point this morning, the game between the Ginger Generals and Clove Challengers. I thought the first half of the game was really, really competitive. Short delivery hit again straight to Fletcher. BL disappointed, wasn't able to pick the gap. But as you said, really just seemed to be playing to a definite plan. Martinez.
Searching for runs here, guys. He's searching for runs here, guys. Come on.
As he's around the wicket, the ball here. And it's looking for the sweep. And let's see, we'll wait for the signal. Seem to come off the pads. Get a little glove, probably got a little glove on it. So he moved by 1 to 6. And it's 6 without loss. The left-handed Tate Carmichael faces Alexis. This is short. This is again hit down to that short third man fielder. The score remains 6 without loss into the second over. Quiet start, and Nutmeg Warriors will want to keep it very tight. Again, this is short. Again, he's looking to hit through the offside, make no contact. Ball spinning away from the left-handed batsman.
Going crazy, crazy.
Been a good over so far by Alexis. Just conceded 1 in 4 deliveries. This one giving some air and stroke down to long on. The fielder on the long on boundary coming across and making a good stop. Again, limiting the batsman to just 1. And that completes the second over, 7 without loss. A good start by the Nutmeg Warriors.
Yeah, decent over by Akim Alexis, just concentrating on bowling the ball outside the off stump. And Alec Atanaz cutting at 1 or 2, not really beating the field, and probably just getting the pace of the wicket. Tate Carmichael looks as though he's struggling a bit, and he would have to do something. There's no time for someone to really take up balls trying to play themselves. So perhaps some people say, you know, the way to get out of form is to hit your way out of form. Yeah. So let's look at his approach to the medium pacer Haston Jackson.
So Jackson continues second over. Continues around the wicket, and this one is driven through the covers. This going to run into the boundary for 4. Ball pitched up, and he really picked the gap well. Probably didn't time as you'd love, but really got enough bat onto it, and it went through the covers for 4.
Well, that should give him a bit of confidence, short of runs, but he got one full wide outside the off stump and did what he had to do with it, hit it into the boundary for 4.
Yeah, I was making a point. Ginger General batted first this morning, and I think it was really good bowling. We saw sensible thinking bowling, and really for the first 5 was pretty tight going. But they got up to 120, not losing a wicket, you know, in the first few overs, which is so important. This ball pulled to mid-wicket. Fletcher, good stop there. Moving quickly to his right, short delivery, and he picked up a single. And the first few overs, I thought that the bowlers bowled very well this morning. They kept things really, really tight, Clove Challengers. But they stuck it out. And again, it was Johan Jeremiah and Milius. And they batted well. And it shows some form of maturity. And then they really took off after the fifth over. Getting up to 120 at the end. Again, Jackson just missing his run.
Yeah, well, Crony, the batsmen at the top have to be in form. you have to send your most informed batsmen at the top. And the Ginger Generals have two good young opening batsmen.
Jackson once again misses his run. Just seemed to be again struggling, and it's one of the areas we have seen that he had difficulty in. Probably maybe no look to go over the wicket, but yeah.
I think it has something to do with the footmarks. His foot is landing in an area that probably some damage there. He's taking his run again. He has to get it right. It's a fast game.
Yeah, he's into his second over, first over going for 10. And he's on his way once again. Martinez. Short and wide, and he smashed it to backward point for full. Lovely shot. Bad delivery and given the full treatment. He really climbed into this one.
Yeah, well, you could have seen Jackson not really in rhythm and short outside the off stump, and Atanas having no difficulty in putting it through the two fielders, point and cover. Him at that point just running to retrieve. So he's getting into his rhythm here, Adik Atanas.
So that's it. 2 fours in this over. And now Jackson now comes over the wicket. Again, no change in the field. Really a bad delivery and was really given the right treatment. He's on his way again, Bolt Atanas. Better delivery as he came forward and took the inside edge, goes down to short fine leg, and picked up another run. Better length delivery, straighter delivery. Atanas are looking really to defend. 17 without loss. We are into the third over. Carmichael on 6 comes into strike. 6 from 6 deliveries. Short delivery. Again, looking to pull and seem to hit. I'm probably going to see the replay there. Either high up on the bat. I'm not sure if it came off the shoulder, but just drop in front of him. Yeah, just seemed to probably the wrist. Quick delivery beaten for pace. The score remains 17 without loss, no danger. Jackson in his second over. Again, just seemed to miss his run once again.
Not sure what the problem is, Crony. It's just whether he's over the wicket or around the wicket, and he's now back over the wicket. Seems to have the same problem.
Yeah, certainly he has not reached the part where he's going to take his final step. But let's see, this is another short ball, and this is hit down to backward square. The fielder comes off the boundary. Isaiah Simon, they come back for 2 runs. Again, good lifting delivery. No, he didn't get hold of it, but able to get it in that vacant position. Picked up 2, take his score to 8, 19 without loss at the end of 3 overs.
Well directed short ball by Jackson, and Carmichael not in the best of form, but he'll be happy to still be there, and I'm sure the longer he stays, he's going to pick up the tempo a bit. So I think after the first 3 overs at 19 in 3, I think the bowling team would probably be the happier team at this point in time, and Alexis is actually going to bowl his second over, and I think it's a good move with the 2 left-handers at the crease.
Final over in the power play. Sees Bolt Atanas, who goes back and push it back to the bowler. Alexis in his second over. Just going for 2 runs, so really have been good start by Alexis. As he's going to bowl to Atanas once again. Try the reverse sweep, hit it well over backward square, and this goes into the boundary for 4. Really good thinking. Picked it up nicely and hit it in that vacant position and picked up a boundary.
he is one of the best players of the reverse sweep in the Caribbean, Crony. He scores right around the wicket. He can sweep. He can reverse sweep. This is a guy that, you know, I think I'm hoping that the West Indies selectors are looking at him. Certainly, not only in this game, but he certainly has what it takes to go on.
Atenes. Again, this one played down to a square leg. And he's looking for a run there. Carmichael. Quickly fielded by Fletcher there and just had to get back into his crease. But certainly he's a player with immense talent, and one of the attributes is the timing of the ball. As for this delivery, down the track and lofting it again, over extra cover with all the ease in the wall, and that goes down to the boundary for 4. Good shot. He 27. Atenes quickly moved on to 19.
Excellent use of the feet, and we saw a moment ago the reverse sweep. Now this one a bit more flighted, and Alec chipping down and hitting over extra cover for 4.
Yet, lovely use of the feet. Alexis is coming in for a little bit of rough treatment here. And this one, again, he's looking to swing. Just go to the short fine leg and not getting hold of this one. A lot of discussion. We were commenting on the fact that he's such a really good timer of the ball that sometimes, he clears the boundary so easily. And a small guy, he does look strong, but he times the ball so well. And let's see for this delivery. It's short and he hit to cover, but this one straight to cover. And eyes there in that position. Move quickly and field, and that complete the photo. The power play has ended 27 without loss. Alec Atenes, 19 from 16 deliveries. Tate Carmichael, 8 from 8 deliveries.
Yeah, I think they're growing in confidence, but they would need to step it up a bit. 27 in 4 overs, they probably might have been hoping to be just around 38 to 40. But they haven't lost a wicket, Crony, so I think, they can really give it a go. This team has been bowling a number of leg spinners. Kotoy is not playing today. There's Daryl Cyrus, he's there. The lone off spinner, he's bowled his 2 overs. Is there another off spinner? But he's bowled his 2 overs, Akeem Alexis. So let's see what Carmichael does.
First delivery, good link, just leaving the left-handed Carmichael. Sheldon Douglas. He picked up a few wickets.
Sheldon Douglas. Sheldon Joseph. You are trying to remind me of Spice Mass.
Sheldon Joseph.
Spice Mass.
As he's up his second delivery. Slow delivery. Again, Carmichael. I didn't know not much about this one. Douglas, Joseph, Sheldon Joseph.
Sheldon Douglas, the well-known soca artist. And as we look at the banner, Spice Mass, August 1st to the 9th, Cooney.
Yeah, they're expecting a big time this year. Wide down the leg side, and let's see, it goes down to the boundary for 4 wide. And again, Joseph would have seen that Carmichael moving to the offside and maybe try to pitch it maybe closer to the leg, but went wide down the leg side. And it went down to the boundary for 4. So that 5 added to the total. 32 without loss. Yeah, they are expecting really a big time in this year, 2022. Activity-wise, as Joseph again just holding this one back, and Carmichael looking to hit through the covers, making no contact. Probably just need to get a little closer to that delivery. But we are seeing here that Joseph using the variation, the slow one, and Carmichael just having to reach for this delivery, made no contact. So he's up to the wicket once again, pitch chop. And wow, Carmichael just seemingly hitting across this one, again making no contact.
Yeah, losing his shape, and should be really trying to hit the ball a bit straighter. Instead, wanted to hit it to the mid-wicket position, somewhere in the region of Coke Corner. Not sure why, because there's a man there. Probably should have been trying to hit it down the ground.
And there's so much benefit in playing straight or hitting straight. And for this delivery again, it's not timing, but play down to cover. Fielder comes off the boundary. So that's one more to Carmichael. And he moves to 9. It's 33 without loss. And we are just completing the 5th over. Alec Atenas on 19 from 16 deliveries. So Fletcher on a long on boundary, and this one is swing down to long on, goes straight into the hand of Andre Fletcher, and Atenas just holding out on the long on boundary.
The Spiceman wouldn't drop something like that, and Atenas just tugging it a bit from outside the off stump and presenting what I would say is a very easy catch to Fletcher. So they'll be happy to see the back of Alec Atenas, the leading run scorer in last year's tournament, and at 33 for 1 after 5 overs. Certainly the Nutmeg Warriors would feel that they're on top at this stage.
Yeah, they will feel very comfortable with the position they're in, and having removed the explosive and talented Atenas. And he went for 19 at the end of 5 overs. It's 33 for 1. Just speaking to the Fletcher at the toss, his view is that he'll want to maintain his winning ways to stay at the top. And it was very quick to feel when he won the toss. And his intention is to bowl the team out as less as possible, restrict them to as less runs as possible. It has been a good start. It's 33 for 1 in 5 overs. Joseph picking up 1 for 6 in his first over. So Javed Hazard, the wicket keeper for Cinnamon Pacers, comes into strike, and he will face the first delivery from Alex Moses, right arm medium pace. This one is played on the onside, and they go for 1, and they'll come back for 2. And really, what's good running, just a little bit of slowness by the fielder coming in there, but the batsman ran really well in the wicket, picking up 2 runs. So Hazard off the mark with 235 for 1. Over number 6, Alec Moses into Hazard. This is short. He's back and steered, but just to that short third man or more gully position. And the score remains 35 for 1. Are you satisfied so far with how things have been going with the tournament? I know that you have been looking from the outside, not busy schedule, not being able to be here all the time, but you would have seen, I think, most of the games that have been played.
Yeah, well, we were lucky to get in most of the games, no real major threat of rain. But I think, Cooney, we're all building up to the weekend matches. We were speaking about Spice Mass just now, but we're going to have some entertainment Saturday, Sunday, and Monday. We're really looking forward to a bumper Easter weekend where we come down to the playoffs and the final.
Short delivery again, hit to mid-wicket. Not getting hold of it is Hazard. They're going to pick up a single in the process. Akim Alexis on the boundary comes in. So 1 more. 9 to Carmichael. It's 36 for 1. Yes, and you can continue with the weekend.
Yeah, I mean, as I said, we were trying to build towards it. The players are all ready, and trying to see if they can qualify in the first position, second position. But we're going to have some entertainment in addition to the cricket this weekend.
Played back along the wicket. Carmichael having really difficulty in getting away delivery, no runs.
So there's an admission charge on Saturday, $5. Children free, children under 12 free. Sunday, $5 as well, and for the big final, just $10 to get into the National Stadium. We expect a bumper crowd, and cheerleaders, and good entertainment, good cricket.
Yeah, some pretty interested. This one was hit down to mid wicket. The fielder come around there. Good stop. The fielder on the boundary there. Carmichael just looking to clear that mid wicket area. He picked up 2 runs in the process. So he goes into double figures on 11. It's 38 for 1.
I think overall, Crony, we are quite happy. We've had no major incidents, and we've managed to get in all of the games thus far.
And for this delivery, slower delivery, played to mid wicket. The bowler just moved on quickly. They're going for a second. They just had to really hustle back there. As the batsman, they Hazard looking for a second round, and really was asked to go back and just made it. So they pick up another single.
Well, the intent is good, looking for the second, and that's what you have to do. Try to convert the ones into twos. It wasn't there on that occasion. Good bit of fielding there by the Nutmeg Warriors team. And I think Crony, after 6 overs at 39 for 1, they would feel, the Cinnamon Pacers team, they would feel a little bit behind at this stage. You know, they probably would be hoping they're being around 55. So there's some work to do. They've only lost 1 wicket. And, you know, with just the 4 overs to go, they would have to take the attack to the bowlers. This is 10-over cricket. And Tate Carmichael has been in for some time now, having faced 16 balls.
Yes, they want to step it up. This one is Fitchery lifting this one. Where does this one go? Down to mid-off, and it, just stop just inside the boundary. And the batsman pick up 2 runs.
Some excellent feeling on the boundary by Shondell Regis, the former Grenada under-19 captain. And one of the features of the leading teams, I think their fielding has been a lot better than some of the other teams, the catching as well.
Yeah, you're right. Regis is moving quickly, and with his left hand just able to stop it from going across the rope. For this delivery, Keen Carmichael looking for a big swing. Again, looking to hit to mid-wicket, again making no contact. He will really have to try to push on. We are into the 7th over, and it's 41 with 1 wicket down. Had to find some way to find the boundaries. He faces another delivery, pitched up. Again, misses, and the batsman pick up a bye, bouncing off the keeper Benjamin. Not being able to get back to ball. Carmichael, 14 from 19 deliveries. Cinnamon Pacers moved to 42 for 1. Right, and Hazard comes into strike. We're really expecting, you know, quite a big support on the weekend. Be the playoff and then into the finals. As a right-handed Hazard faces, again looking to swing down the wide would be called, and again not taken cleanly by Benjamin. Wide signal.
So it's 1 versus 2 and 3 versus 4. Any predictions? It's going to be difficult. It's difficult at this stage, Crony, but you know, I'm sure you know, everyone wants to finish number 1.
Let's see Carmichael with this delivery. Again, could only just push it in front of him again. Go to for a quick single. When I look at the teams, I love Ginger Generals. I think it's a team that, to me, you know, have the sort of players that could go all the way. But again, Nutmeg Warriors is way in front, and they probably will look to win today again. I think they probably in the best position to go on top of the table.
Interestingly, in season 1, they had finished number 4 and got to the final and won.
Hazard is hitting this, looking to hit. Caught at the wicket there, looking for the big drive on the offside. And the outside is taken. An easy catch taken by the keeper, Weevil Benjamin. Again, looking to hit a cross and not hitting straight. But again, Yeah, and this is just maybe is one of the weakness we have seen in some of the batsmen, favoring the leg side, favoring the leg side all the time, looking to swing from outside the off stump, either through the leg side or over mid wicket.
Trying to accelerate and really trying to hit the ball over mid wicket. Both batsmen, and that ball pitched just outside off stump, and one wonders why not try to hit it over cover, over mid off, and so maybe the pressure, Crony, being behind the 8 ball, so to speak, and just getting desperate. But some new batsman in, the number 7 shirt, Sheon Andrew. It's a top order batsman in local cricket, represents St. Mark, and he's a good, exciting young player. But he has a lot of work to do at 45 for 2 in the 7th over. His team in some trouble in terms of their scoring rate. Doesn't have much time to get going.
So they're only scoring at 6.59 and really want to bring that up to 8. Andrew's choking this one, just back past the bowler. He pick up a single. They're going back for the second run. And let's see, and run out. Going back for the second run there. And unfortunately, the batsman is run out. Okay, just
interesting to look at the replay. Was he a bit casual? Were they actually looking for 2 in the first place? Good. Just a little fumble by Fletcher. Decided to throw at the far end. And he's not grunging his bat, Crony. Oh, schoolboy stuff. And just running with the bat in the air and not putting it in a dive, looking to see if the keeper will actually run him out. So perhaps he can get this clip and he'll learn from this. And good decision by umpire Butler.
Yeah, very good decision and tremendous work by the cameramen. They really, spot on in terms of that replay.
Yeah, and it's the young man not really giving his all to get there, just probably taking things for granted. So you want to see a little bit more urgency and really gifting his wicket away. And we could actually use the third umpire or the TV umpire based on the camera work, Rooney.
Yes, certainly. Tremendous work by the cameraman.
It's something we'll work on with TNR Communications for the 3rd edition of the Spice Isle T10.
Carmichael hitting this one over cover, over that third man region, goes down to the boundary for 4. And he certainly would be pleased with that shot. And you want to get much more of that as the score moves to 46, I make it. Again, just 50. 50 for 3. Carmichael moved to 19. Again, getting enough bat to it, going over a short third man. So he would be happy to pick up that boundary into the 8th over, 50 for 3. This one, again, he's looking to drive again, no timing, just bonks back to the bowler.
I think, Crony, the surface is a little slower over the past 2 days, so you're seeing a lot of shots that not really timed properly. The batsmen not really adjusting, and most of them really tugging it, trying to tug it into the onside.
Again, he's looking to swing across this one. He made no contact. Ball pass outside the off stump. And,
it's not working for T. Carmichael. 19 off 23 balls. And, the traditionalists would say, why not just hit the ball through the cover region, pick up a single or look for 2.
Yeah, we better advise to play straight. And for this delivery, he's short. He's hitting this one down to mid-wicket. Someone is coming on. No, just drop in front of the fielder. Just a little clash of the 2 fielders on the boundary. And the batsman pick up 2 in the process. And we will see that replay as the 2 players just crashing in a little bit.
Short outside the off stump and, taking it to the onside. And it's Fletcher that's having a little collision there if the other player.
Again, he's coming forward, not getting much on it. Push it down to mid-on. And he pick up another single, 53 for 3. Carmichael 22. And he has so far faced 25 deliveries. We are into the 8th over. Desron Maloney, he's going to face his first delivery.
Normally opening batsman. Today batted at number 5.
He's going to face his first delivery from Moses. Moses so far going for 13 in the 2nd over. This one is played to short third man, and the Ambler single completes over number 8. 54 for 3. Cinnamon Pacers being asked to bat first.
Yeah, Nutmeg will be happy. 54 for 3. You know, just keeping it tight and helped by, you know, you have to say not too good batting. I don't want to use the word, but I think with 3 overs to go, you know, 2 overs to go, you have 12 balls, and you know you should be thinking somewhere 30 runs off the 2 overs in normal T10 cricket. But based on what we are seeing, the intent is not really there from the Cinnamon Pacers. They've had it rough for this tournament so far. We really need to see some fireworks from someone like Desron Maloney, who is a Windward Islands player. He's a champion captain in the Vinci Premier League, having won 3 tournaments as captain. And, you know, his team will need him to really take the attack to the bowlers, as we see Fletcher coming in with his leg spin.
Yeah, well, 2 overs to go, and really there's not much. You really would have to, as much as possible, try to clear the boundary. As Fletcher first delivery, pitch up, hit straight, and this going to rush into the boundary for 4. Well played shot, hitting this one really straight. Mid off, long off couldn't get her wrong, and the long on couldn't get her wrong. Again, we've seen the benefit of you hitting straight.
Yeah, well, this is a class batsman, Desron Maloney, and Fletcher tossing the leg break up. Maloney just going straight down the ground.
Good start to the 9th over. First ball hit for 4. Maloney looking to swing this one over mid-wicket. And not getting much onto it. Ball dropping on the offside. Andrew Fletcher. Right arm leg spin. The ball giving some air again. Driven down to long off. And Regis coming off the long off boundary. Would be happy with just the singles. It's 59 for 3. Fletcher going to bowl to the left-handed T10 Carmichael. Just putting that extra cover or mid-off in place. Ball tossed up, and again driven down to long off, and again another easy single. And Fletcher very satisfied with the single, not too worried as he pushes his long off just a bit wider. Maloney again is looking to swing, again make no contact. Leg spinner just turning away from him. Again he looked to hit this from outside the off stump, trying to hit over mid-wicket. So good over by Fletcher. This one is hit high. Let's see the way it's go. This is going to clear. Lovely shot again, hitting straight with the ball, giving some air, and goes over long off for 6. Actually almost straight over the bowler's head. And as he uses his feet and hit it really well over long off for 6.
That's how it's done, you know, just coming down the track and hitting straight. And, you know, we mentioned the fact that Maloney has played first-class cricket. He's played white ball cricket for the Windward Islands, Windward's Volcanoes. So I'm just wondering why he batted at number 5 today. But he's there now, and with just 1 more over to go, he'll be looking to get on strike. But T10 Carmichael, he's there, and, you know, just below a runner ball. Not really good enough for a T10 game. So he'll be hoping to maximize in this over. Interestingly, the 2 leg spinners both in the last 2 overs. So we have Darryl Cyrus Just I think this is his first over.
Yeah,
Very interesting move.
Yeah, first over by Cyrus. But as you say, it's it's sort of interesting the fact that Maloney has just come into bat, and as you said before, you want to put your better batters really up front. It's only 10 overs, so you want to give them the most of the opportunity to do well. Well, he's going to face as a single added to the score. Maloney comes into strike. He's on 12. Tate Carmichael on 24. From 27 deliveries, this is not what you want in a 10-10 tournament. Maloney faces Cyrus, and again he goes to swing that. Miss this one. He's going to go probably, let's see, just into the boundary. Again, the fielder making a valiant effort, but this one goes down the boundary for another 4. And again, just coming off the bat there. So 4 runs added to the score. Maloney moved to 16. And 71 for 3. Doesn't mind how it come, but you probably want to get up to at least 80. And again, this one, he beat by a quicker delivery by Cyrus, looking to give himself room to hit a square on the offside. So 3 deliveries remaining. I still think they will want to get up to at least 80. Let's see, Cyrus. And this one is, again, he's looking for the big hit, making no contact. So it's 71 for 3. 2 deliveries remaining. Cyrus. Again, looking to swing. Again, going into the pad. That has been a very good over by Cyrus. Score moves to 72 with just 1 delivery remaining. And Nutmeg Warriors really would be happy with the bowling performance. Tate Carmichael opening the batting will face the final delivery. Again, short. It's hit down to long on. The fielder coming off the boundary. And they're going to come back for 2 runs there. And he's run out. Again, Carmichael coming back for the second run. Pretty slowly there. Not being able to make his ground. So they end at 73 for 3. And really it's not a sort of batting display that Cinnamon Pieces will be happy about.
Yeah, well, that last ball there, that really says a lot about the Cinnamon Pacers team in this tournament. It was a comfortable 2 runs, but you saw Carmichael just jogging and not really looking to run hard and getting the extra run. So the innings ending at 72, and I think that's a bit below par, but it's a game of cricket. And but I think the Nutmeg Warriors will be happy to be chasing that 72. Although yesterday we saw Crony, I think was Cinnamon Pacers chasing, I think was 78. It was or 75.
70, yeah.
And they ended at, I think it was 48 for 4 in the 10 overs. So anything is possible. The wicket is a bit slower today. And runs on the board, but 73 in the 10 overs. Certainly not at all or at all for the champion or the defending champions, Nutmeg Warriors.
Yeah, they would feel very happy to be able to have them down to just 73 for 4 in 10 overs. And with a batting lineup, Fletcher and Regis, who have been doing well for Nutmeg Warriors, they will feel really confident to chase 74 runs for victory. Well, just a bit of the scorecard. Remembering that Nutmeg Warriors won the toss and asked Cinnamon Pacers to take first strike. Cinnamon Pacers 73 for 4 in 10 overs. Alec Atenas was caught by Fletcher Bowl Joseph for 19. He got 17 deliveries. Tate Carmichael run out. McDonald by run out. Last wicket that fell, he went for 25. David Hazard caught Benjamin Bowl Joseph for 3. Shian Andrew run out and he scored 1. And Maloney not out 16. Played a quick knock was Maloney. Probably, as you said, probably should have been in a lot earlier. And they scored 73 for 4. Bowling, we had Hassan Jackson, 2 overs, no maiden, 17 runs, no wicket, and Dwayne, he had a difficulty in terms of his running up to the wicket. Akim Alexis, 2 overs, no maiden, 10 runs, no wicket. Had a good spell. Joseph, 2 overs, no maiden, 12 runs, 2 wickets. Moses, 2 overs, no maiden, 14 runs. And he also didn't take up a wicket. Fletcher, 1 over for 12 runs. And Daryl Cyrus, 1 over for 6 runs. All in all, it have been good bowling by the Nutmeg Warriors. I thought that Akim Alexis really had a good opening in his 2 overs for 10 runs.
Yeah, well, he bowled in the power play and was bowling at the 2 left-handers, and he just kept the ball just on about the off stump, turning away. And, he did what, he used the wicket, did what had to be done, and ended up with a good economy rate of just 5 and over in his 2 overs. And, the other bowlers really just had to put the ball there. The Cinnamon Pacers batsmen weren't really taking the attack to them. T. Carmichael struggled quite a bit in trying to hit the ball, into the leg side. So he's going to learn from that. He's based in England now, and he's back here, flew in for this tournament, and he'll be a bit disappointed. He opened the batted to the last delivery, but all in all, a tidy display of bowling by the Nutmeg Warriors team.
Well, the first wicket fell at 33, the second at 45, the third at 46, the fourth at 73. So the news, Cinnamon Pizza 73 for 4. Nutmeg Warriors will need to get up to 74 for victory. And we will rejoin you shortly as we see the commencement of the Nutmeg Warriors inning.
Energy. The world runs on it every day.
Good morning. Welcome to Soul.
Hi.
Hi.
And when we put the best of the Caribbean together with the energy we harness, everything runs so much smoother. Because at the end of the day, it's all about connecting people.
Happy birthday, Dad.
Soul, wherever your journey begins.
Live from the stadium that delivered that memorable and emphatic win to the West Indies, Grenada, comes the Dream 11 Spice Style T10 2.0 cricket competition. 30 matches, 14 days of exciting T10 cricket action. 6 teams, only one will be champions. See the likes of the Spiceman, Andre Fletcher, Devon Smith, international players Kesrick Williams, Alec Atenes, and more. Support your team. Love the game. Dream 11 Spice Style T10 2.0 cricket competition, April 5th to the 18th, Grenada National Stadium. Pure Spice of the Caribbean.
Imagine having the home of your dreams. Imagine investing in that piece of property you can call your own. Imagine finally doing that home improvement project you've always been thinking about. It's time to stop imagining and start doing. Let the GUT Credit Union help you take the first step with fantastic rates, affordable repayments, and reduced legal fees. Make the move. Get better terms on your mortgage. Use your home equity to make those dreams a reality. Act now. There's really no place like home. GUT Credit Union. It's where you belong.
The biggest and safest summer festival in the region, August 8th and 9th. Let's go to Grenada for Spice Mass. Call your booking agents and get your tickets today.
I too have felt the impact of this pandemic and miss the days of being able to socialize with the freedom we once had. But it is in these times that we must come together to fight as one people through getting vaccinated and doing what's right. I am Aruna Neptune and I am fully vaccinated. Play your part. Keep yourselves, your loved ones, and your community protected. Spice Mass. Here we come. It's our time again.
Deeply rooted in our rich ancestral traditions. Spice Mass, the return, a celebration of life.
Welcome to Spice Mass 2022. Reviving the spirit of our ancestors through our traditional mass. Jab, the unique celebration of freedom, drenched in black. Feel the power. The rejuvenating sound of pan. A display of colors in fancy mass. And the rebirth of calypso and soca music.
The biggest and safest summer festival in the region, August 8th and 9th. Let's go to Grenada for Spice Mass. Call your booking agents and get your tickets today.
Have you
And welcome back, of course, here at the National Cricket Stadium. This is, of course, the second match of the day. Cinnamon Pieces. Don't forget, they got 73 for 4, 73 for 4. So the victory target for Nutmeg Warriors, of course, is 75. A little bit disappointing. The run rate, just about 7.30. And I'm sure that Cinnamon Pieces would have been very, very disappointed with that refill, and an opportunity for the Nutmeg Warriors again to score a victory here.
Yeah, they would want to take this opportunity really to pick up another 2 points. I think they would have done well, limiting Cinnamon Pacers to 73. And I do believe that Fletcher will be very happy and will be looking to take 4 points from this game.
Yeah, that's right. He'll be opening the innings. Not successful with the ball this time. A very rare thing. He's been picking up wickets. Picked up quite a bit last year in the tournament. I think he got about 7 last year, thereabout, and he has already picked up a couple of those in this year's tournament. Hasn't really fired with the bat, and it's an opportunity for both he and Shondell Regis to come good. Both of them bat pretty well together. And Shondell Regis, I've always said that he's an underrated cricketer, but he's such a fine batsman, rather orthodox player. And so Jonathan Taylor got a nice fast bowler's ring to his name will move into bowl to Andre Fletcher. So I think the umpire's just making sure that everything is fine. Yes, everything is fine, and Taylor will move into bowl to Fletcher. Here he is, moving past the umpire. First delivery to Fletcher, who comes forward and pushes the ball out to mid-off. And I thought about a single, decided to go back. In fact, both players, both batsmen were making exploratory steps down the track. Both of them sent each other. And in the end, Fletcher had to be sprawling back. Did slipped a bit. Let's see if we can get that now. And he had to really push.
Wow.
It would have been a close thing.
Yeah, if it hit the wicket,
Yeah.
really.
The bat was in the air.
In the air.
Here it is once more. Is Taylor turned from the top of his mark with a third man in, backward point, extra cover mid-off, mid-on, deep mid-wicket. Man to the right of the umpire and the fine leg right in and bowls to Fletcher. Fletcher is coming down the track, hits that fine shot. And they will, they didn't get a single. But I just thought that he hit it much better than it turned out to be initially.
Yes.
The idea was good, and that is to hit straight, and he did hit straight.
Yes, it really looked as though he got hold of this one. We were looking at it coming down to the boundary. It just went over the bowler's head.
Yeah. Just looked more powerful initially, as Taylor is in to bowl to Fletcher, who is coming forward, squirts the ball just behind square on the offside, gets his first run. So 1 to Fletcher, he's off the mark. Not the Warriors, they're off the mark too. It's 1 without loss. Just looking in the distance, Raphael, is it not threat of rain, is it? No?
No. Doesn't look so as we... Yeah.
Yeah, I think I know what's happening.
Beautiful.
Yeah, the enclosure here to our left with the glass in front of us. I guess quite a bit of dust is now on the glass, so that's why it looks a little bit hazy outside there. But it's all clear and nice. Taylor will get ready to bowl to the left-handed Regis. Similar feel for Chanel Regis. Of course, there is the field restriction, but there is a deep mid-wicket and a long on right back on the boundary. As here he is, Taylor would move into bowl to Regis. There is now bowls, and Regis is going on to the back foot and turns it in front of square. They've gone for 1, will come back for the second. The return comes in, has got to hurry. And Fletcher having to really stretch. He had to put the foot on the accelerator. And the last maybe 10 yards, just stretched it. Good running in the end. They got 2. Total has gone to 3 without loss.
Yeah, good run in there. So one just see Fletcher holding the leg, hope that he doesn't do any danger.
Still again to bowl to Regis, who is looking to cut outside the off stump. Good delivery. One that had a bit of bounce on it. No lateral movement really, just went on with the arm. But did gather height, even after pitching, and good carry into the keeper's gloves. Total remains on 3 without loss.
Yeah, bowler still able to get some bunks off of this track. And this one was taken wayside by the keeper.
As Taylor again to bowl to Regis. He bowls, and Regis is looking to pull that. The ball kept much lower than anticipated. There is an area up there as the over comes to an end, Raphael, that tends to keep low every now and again, and when the bowler hits that spot, doesn't really climb, tends to keep low, and I think that's the area that was hit just a while ago as Regis was looking maybe to pull through the leg side.
Yeah, just outside the legs. It also seemed to be a slow delivery, so he didn't really get up, and Regis looking to pull, and really had to try to come down on this one as it stayed down.
Yes, so it's not an alarming required run rate. 7.89 is needed. So I don't really think that the run rate would be so much of an issue, really. But all you need is a couple of good overs, and that can turn the tide. There seemed to be some consternation somewhere about the the umpire. You pick up anything there, Rachel?
Not sure what it is, but just a little concern being shown there. So you're looking at that mid-wicket area.
All seemed to be well now, whatever it was. So, from the far end, from the River Road end, will be Jamie Buddy, who will move in to bowl to the right-handed captain of the Nutmeg Warriors, Fletcher. Buddy to Fletcher. Fletcher is having a big swing at that one outside the off stump, doesn't make contact. And the keeper collects behind the stumps.
Good delivery by Buddy. Nice movement. The ball just moving away from the right-handed Fletcher. And Fletcher looking to pierce the offside field. He didn't make contact.
Yeah. Must have taken his eyes off the ball too, really. Turns once more, his Buddy begins to move in to bowl to Fletcher, who is coming forward and cutting well. Fine shot. That's going to go all the way. Got right on top of the bounce. It was short outside the off stump, cuttable. And Fletcher just eased onto the back foot, got right on top of the bounce, and he cut it nicely down to backward point. 4 runs. So Fletcher's now gone on to 5, and the total has moved on to 7 without loss.
Yeah, and he picked the gap very well, getting in really good position on top of that delivery and hit it between that backward point and more gully or short third man wide. Wasn't much of a space there, but he picked the gap well.
His cutting has really come a long way, is Andre Fletcher. You've seen him play a lot of good shots, even in 2020 tournaments. Here once more his Buddy in now to bowl to Fletcher, and Fletcher is looking to cut outside the off stump. That one had more carry, much more bounce attached to it. I think he saw it and was going to cut, and then noticed that the ball was bunked in much higher than the flashing blade, and Hazard collected behind the stumps.
Yeah, Fletcher there. Just a little surprised with the bounce that he got in that delivery. As again, he was looking to play down to backward point.
So Fletcher remains on 5-2 to Shondell Regis, who leans on his back in a nonchalant way on at the non-striker's end. Third man has gone right back on the boundary. As here is Buddy once more in now to bowl to Fletcher, who is advancing down the track and will get a no ball. That was a head high full toss and was a difficult take, in fact, for Hazard, who had to go around to his left to try to see how we can cut that off. So,
well, he actually tried a slow delivery. I think it just slipped out of his hand. He didn't get it right.
Well, fortunately too, that Hazard moved around there. So here's going to be a free hit as Buddy moves in now to bowl to Fletcher, and Fletcher is lifting that down to the, where did that really go? Did go down to mid-off, and they get just a single.
Yeah, well bowled by Buddy. I think he slowed it up and just pitched it wide of the off stump. And Fletcher really looking to take the advantage. Maybe they hit it out of the ground. Only he succeeded at hitting it to mid-off. Catch was taken, but being a free hit.
So 65 required from 50 balls. Buddy will prepare to bowl to the... He will, in fact, come round the wicket. It will be slanting the ball into the left-handed batsman. Regis taps away at the crease. He's a small man, looks up and sees that Buddy is approaching. He's there, bowls to Regis. Regis is turning that up on the onside. They forgot to hurry. The return is, aborted. Thought about having a shy, but I think Fletcher was coming through and came through rather quickly. No harm there, no danger at all. So one more to Regis, who's... Did he signal leg by?
It's a run. I think
he got a run, did he? Okay. I think he might well have gotten a run there. Whatever the case is, the batsman did cross. Total has gone to 10 without loss. Fletcher comes back into strike. He's on 6 as it's once more Buddy. This is the last delivery in his over. In and bowls to Fletcher. Fletcher is getting one outside the off stump that he opens the face of the bat and just pushed it in front of square. As Arthur Nays came across it rather quickly, completes the fielding. The over comes to an end, so at the end of 2 overs, it's 10 without loss, and Fletcher and Regis not necessarily finding the going very, very easy.
Not a bad start by Cinnamon Pacer. They'll be able to keep them down. Just a 10 in 2 overs.
Yeah, not bad at all. And those of you who are viewing, that's the very steep, undulating landscape there of the Darbo Hills, where more than 200 or 300 houses are up there. Total picture. As is once more, this is Taylor, who would move in now to bowl to Regis, and Regis is coming forward and pushes the ball out to mid-wicket. Now they've hustled for 1. They're going to come back for the second run. The return comes into the non-striker's end. And Fletcher striding home. I think very early, Raphael, they decided that they wanted 2. And in the end, they got it quite comfortably. Total has gone to 12 without loss.
Yeah, good running by Fletcher and Regis. They're just taking the piece off and pushing it on the onside. The field had to come way off the boundary and giving them the opportunity to pick up 2 runs.
Taylor again into bowl to Regis, who is looking to drive. The ball takes the inner portion of the bat. Now they hustle for 1 again. They will come back for the second. They've got to hurry. Return comes to the non-strikers end. Almost action replay. Interesting that. Almost identical to what happened a little earlier on, the delivery before, and with the fielder down there at the deep mid-wicket boundary, right back on the boundary. The ball went between the square leg and the long on area, and the mid-wicket fielder had to come off the boundary, had to cover a distance of about 60 yards. Meanwhile, the batsmen, they crossed for 2.
Yeah, big gap between that mid-wicket on the boundary and the long on, and then you have the mid-wicket closer to square leg. So really a big gap on the side.
Taylor to Regis, that one kept low, looking to get room outside the leg stump. Doesn't make contact, the ball kept low and has that collecting behind the stumps. The total remains on 14 without loss. Both batsmen on 6.
Yeah, quiet start by the Nutmeg Warriors. We into the third over, it's 14 without loss. Still requiring 60 from 45 deliveries, and Taylor in his second over, just going for 7 so far. So
in to bowl to Regis. Regis is hitting that. That goes a square of the wicket on the outside, behind square in fact, and will go all the way to the boundary for 4. Didn't really intend it to hit that there. I think he wanted to hit it much straighter. And the ball came off the outer portion of the bat, went high over the backward point area and down to the boundary for 4. And he's now gone into double figures. He's gone to 10, and the total has moved on to 18 without loss.
yeah, he had the room to swing there, as you said. Yes, he was looking at it straighter, but given the room outside the off stump, he was able to really swing at this one, and it flew over a backward point. Safe shot as it went down to the boundary for 4.
As it's going to be again Taylor into bowl to Regis, who is onto the back foot, turns it up on the onside. Good diving stop there by the bowler on his follow through. Good work. It's not the easiest thing in the world when the bowler is on his follow through and the ball is going to his left or right, as the case may be. If it's going to his left, because with the follow through, Raphael tend to veer away to the left, and it was going to his left hand, though he's a right hander. But the movement would allow a safer pickup than if he had to divert and turn to his right. Here once more is Taylor in now to bowl to Regis, who to this delivery is turning that down to fine leg. That's a fine shot. That's going to yield him just 1. They won't come back for the second. And let's see whether the umpire would say leg by. I thought that if he got the bat onto it, it would have gone much faster. But it yielded 1. So that completes the over. 3 overs gone. It's 19 without loss. The run rate is 6.33, and they require 7.86 to get to the magic total.
Yeah, good bowling by Taylor. He went for 11 minutes, 2 overs. But he 1 over for 6 after 3 overs, 19 without loss. So we haven't seen the Nutmeg Warriors really with that huge start, with that, that start. We probably would be looking more probably to get to that score as quickly as possibly. They have been kept pretty quiet at 19 after the first 3 overs.
Yeah, they don't have a very strong batting lineup, I must say. So they have to play the the role rather astutely, and they've done a pretty good job so far this tournament. I know teams got to know their strengths and their weaknesses, do their own personal assessment.
Yeah, I love, as I've seen to doing good. I love Ginger Generals. I like the the team, the build up of the team, and they look at a team that one has to really look out for.
Well, change of bowling from the far end. Hippolyte comes in to bowl to Regis. Regis is opening the face of the bat, goes down to short third man, gets a single. So one more to Regis, who's now gone on to 11, and the total has moved on to 20. 20 without loss brings Fletcher, who is 6 of 9 into strike. So it's been slow going by Fletcher standard, who is generally aggressive, but I think he realized that he hasn't been prolific with the bat this year, and maybe this time trying to be as cautious as possible. Hippolyte, they're bringing the mid-off fielder. Oh, well, he's going to remain there, but the mid-wicket is coming into the circle. The cover is right back sweeping. Arthur is right down in the sweeper position, as it's going to be Hippolyte. Moves in now to bowl to Fletcher. There he is, and bowls, and Fletcher is looking to swing that over mid-wicket. Doesn't make contact, going across the line of flight. I just wondered why he couldn't really elect to hit that straighter.
Yeah. But interestingly, the extra cover on the boundary, we are seeing Fletcher getting out Coddy, and Hippolyte will probably want to use the same method and pitching the ball wide.
Fletcher is looking to dab that. Looks rather out of sort today, Fletcher. Taken behind the stumps by Hazard. He's slanting the ball across the right-handed Fletcher. Here is Hippolyte once more in. Bowls to Fletcher. Fletcher is coming forward, tugs the ball down to mid-wicket area. It's airborne. It's going to take quite a bit of catching, and it goes close to the boundary line. Just drops about 2 or 3 meters inside the line and goes for 4. I don't like the shot, though. It looked, tugging it so far across the line. Just wondered whether he can't be just a little straighter. Maybe a little use of the feet and hit it over long on. But elected to slog sweep. Fletcher's now gone on to 10, 24 without loss. Hippolyte to bowl to Fletcher. Fletcher is leaving that alone outside the off stump. Well bowled. Just going across the right-hander's body. Keeper collecting behind the stumps. Total remains on 24. But no loss. As Hippolyte once more in. Bowls to Fletcher, who is getting away with delivery outside the off stump wide. And they will in fact go for a single, not kept well at all by the keeper. Wide signal by umpire John Mark. So in the end, there are 2, the extra and of course the run. So it's 26 without loss.
Yeah, wide delivery bowled by Hippolyte, again trying to push it wide to really to have Fletcher trying to reach for it. And the keeper there, Hazard, was not able to collect that one cleanly.
Hippolyte to bowl to Regis, who is giving himself room and opens the face of the bat, just glides the ball rather neatly down to backward point, and immediately called Fletcher for the single, and Fletcher responded well. Over comes to an end. 4 was gone. Power play has been completed, and the Nutmeg Warriors, not a big power play, 27 without loss. I think they probably would have liked to be 40 or maybe 36 thereabout, but the interesting thing and the important thing is that they've not lost a wicket.
I think it's the same score, and we would have seen Cinnamon Pieces, I think, were also 27 with a loss after 4.
Interesting that. They really fell away and fell away quite alarmingly. So here is there is a change of bowling in the old warrior, veteran Michael Narayan has come in, and he's getting ready now to bowl to Regis. There he is now, bowls. And Regis is, that kept rather low, just outside the off stump. And ball crept, so to speak. Rafael Crony is given way to Yuan. So Narayan is very meticulous about his fielding position. He's been around for a long time. Moves in to bowl to Regis. Regis hits that down to the long on area. Will get a comfortable single. Ball dropping just before getting down to the fielder down there long on. Got a single. So he's now moved on to 10. And the total has moved on to 28 without loss. Welcome for the first time into the commentary booth.
Hi.
Yuan.
Good afternoon to my viewers.
Yes. Good feel?
Yes, yes.
Very nice. We all started somewhere. So it's going to be once more Narayan. The field is now the long off and long on push back, mid-wicket push back, Narayan bowls, and Fletcher is hitting that in the air. Somebody's going under it. Will the catch be taken? No. Drops just in front. They will come back for the second. The return comes in to the non-striker's end. And you look at the drooping shoulder of Narayan, suggesting, hey, something better could have been done with that. And Fletcher survived. He's gone to 12. The total has gone to 30 without loss. How's the tournament been going so far for you, Johan?
Very well. I can say I'm in good form.
Delivery that is hit down to the mid-wicket area. That's a fine shot. 4 more. This one hit with much greater conviction by Fletcher. Pitched up. There's a bit of bottom hand into that one. And hit that between the mid-wicket fielder and long on. And went down to the boundary for 4. So he's beginning to get into his groove here. And it was almost that characteristic no-look kind of hit that he loves to do so very much. Narayan once more to bowl to Fletcher. And Fletcher is lifting that high and hard. Somebody's going under it. The catch is going to be taken. Arthur takes the catch. So Fletcher goes. Maybe trying one shot too many. Held out down there at long on. And so Nutmeg Warriors, they've lost the first wicket. Fletcher going cut down there on the boundary by Arthur of the bowling of Narayan. He's gone for 16. And Nutmeg Warriors, they lost the first wicket. It's 34 for 1. So he's been trying to push it. So tell us a little bit about your form. You say you're satisfied with it so far?
I'm just looking to take it one game at a time. I must commend the groundsmen. I believe that the wicket been playing pretty good for the last few games. Only today I think that the wicket is a bit slower than the last few games, so the batsmen need to take more time. You can't really play much shots as you would in the last game. I think that you just need to hold your position well and time the ball properly.
That's so very important, the basics of cricket. Wavell Benjamin has just come out to join Shondell Regis, who is 13. So they've got the breakthrough. Big fish just been caught. That's Andre Fletcher. Narayan moves in to bowl to Regis, who is opening the face of the bat, dabs it down to short third man, gets a comfortable single. So Regis has gone by 1 to 14. The total has gone to 35 for 1. What have you been doing off season?
Right now I'm back in Grenada, so I'm training with the Volcanoes. Just been working on my game. I think that I can focus more on my game because for the last year, I was finishing my bachelor's degree at the University of the West Indies. So now that I'm complete with that, may go back and study, not sure as yet. But right now I just want to focus on my cricket.
Yeah, what subject matters you studying there?
I have a bachelor's in science and a major in sports science.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Yeah, brilliant young man you are.
Yeah.
And the love and the passion for the sport would not go away, would it?
No. Cricket is where my heart lies. So.
All right, so it's going to be once more Hippolyte will move into bowl to Regis. And Regis is coming forward, just taps the ball out on the offside. Played it with soft hand and opened the face of the bat in the process. Got a single. Loved the way he played it there. Didn't try to hit it too hard. But he got one more. He's now gone on to 15. Benjamin comes in. He's yet to score 36 for 1. So while you were doing your studies in Barbados, Did you have chance to do a bit of cricket here and there?
Yeah, I captained the university team in the T20, and that was a pretty good tournament.
Hippolyte bowls and Benjamin comes forward, drives the ball out to mid-wicket. They will come back for the second. The return comes into the non-strikers and they've got to hurry, and gets there in the end rather comfortably. So 2 more to Benjamin. Well, 2 to Benjamin. In fact, he's just off the mark, and the total is pushed on to 38 for 1. And how did the university do in the tournament?
Actually, we made it to the semi-finals. Think that we lost our way coming down to the end, but because we lost a lot of players who was heading off the CPL.
Here is Hippolyte, moves in once more to bowl to Benjamin, and Benjamin is lifting that down to the mid-wicket area. That's why he didn't really want to hit that ball in that area. I wanted to hit it much straighter. Yeah. The ball took more the inner portion of the bat and meandered across the field to mid-wicket. But the batsman had time to cross for 1. So Benjamin has now gone on to 3. Regis comes in to strike. He's 15. 39 for 1. And what about your team here? Are you satisfied more or less with your performance?
So far, yes. But there's always room for improvement.
Here is a delivery outside the off stump. Maybe trying to hit the ball too hard. And in fact, Benjamin was screaming coming down the track. And Regis is saying, where on earth were you going? There's the fielder just there in front of square. And it certainly wasn't a single there. Would have been suicidal. Hippolyte once more to bowl to Regis. Regis is lifting that down to the deep, wideish long off area. They've gone for 1, won't come back for the second. That's all there be. 1 more to Regis, who's gone to 16. And the total has gone to 40 for 1. Nice to see Roland getting among the runs too. Didn't have the best season last year, but he's got a couple of decent scores this year.
Yeah, I just told him that, just come out and enjoy the cricket and back his ability. He's a very good player.
Yeah, Osmo is Hippolyte in now and bowls to Benjamin. Benjamin pushes the ball quite easily down to long on, gets a comfortable single. He is now gone on to 4. And the total has gone to 41 for 1. So the over has come to an end, and 6 overs gone. 6 overs gone. 41 for 1. They require 33 from 24. That's the occasion. That should be pretty gettable for the Nutmeg Warriors.
Yes, I believe once the batsmen park themselves. I believe that once you play proper cricket shots, stick to the basics, you should be fine as a batsman. The wicket is a bit slower today, as I mentioned earlier. But I believe once you play proper cricket shots, you keep your position, you should be fine as a batsman.
Well, we've been here following all the innings that you've played so far. And one of the things we've noticed that quite a number of the players, they've been losing their shape when they're going for the big shot. You seem to be a little bit different. You've been keeping your shape. We'll get back to that. 41 for 1. Narayan is in bowls. And he's bowled him. Oh, he's bowled neck and crop. Looking for the big heave-ho over long on. Playing across the tide. And so Narayan in great jubilation. Yeah, he missed everything. And that one kept low too. Inward movement. And the moment he missed it, Narayan was running down the track as a schoolboy who got his first wicket playing in his first game. And so Benjamin has to go. Bowled there by Narayan. He's gone for 4. And Nutmeg Warriors, they're now 41 for 2. So, yeah, the admirable thing about your batting is that you seem to be keeping your shape. Those 10-10.
Yeah.
We've not really seen much of a slogging from you.
No. I told myself that, although it's a short version of the game, I can still play proper cricket shots, stick to the basics as much as possible. And I also had a coach with, Coach Shirley, and that I was telling him coming into the tournament, that's my focus is just getting into good positions. I believe once I get into good positions, I would make good connection to the ball.
So Donald McDonald has just come to join Shondell Regis. They've just lost another wicket. The required run rate is 6.65. Here's Narayan. Moves into bowl to McDonald. McDonald has a big heave, and that one is up. Oh, caught an extra cover. Oh, well, he saw that a little bit pitched up outside the yard stump. His eyes lit up, went after it, didn't cue it at all. Look at him way outside the yard stump, reached for it, and Narayan really sprayed it, just put it as far as possible outside the yard stump, almost verging on a wide. And McDonald went after it, and well, brought about his demise as the catch taken there at extra cover. So he goes without scoring, didn't have any trouble at all to the scorers. It's now 41 for 3.
I think Narayan is using the wicket to his advantage, because as I said earlier, the wicket is playing much slower today. I realized that when I was batting, so I had to give myself a bit more time than the other games.
Yeah, it's a matter of assessment, how well you assess the conditions. And the good players are the ones who assess the conditions very well and learn to adapt. Adaptability is the name of the game.
That's correct.
So Aston Jackson has just come out and facing up to Narayan. This is supposed to be a hat-trick ball, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's gotten 2 and 2. Shall we have a hat-trick here? Narayan in and bowls.
Oh.
He doesn't get the hat-trick at all. Pushed out on the onside. They won't go back for the second run as Narayan, of course, with his tail up, having to run back. And Jackson gets a single. He's gone. The total has gone out to 42 for 3. But you're in with the Volcanoes lineup. What's your prospects from here? What do you look forward to?
Well, I'm trying to get into the contracted players. I believe that now that I'm free, in terms of I wasn't in school, I'm trying to give myself a shot at getting a contract.
Yeah, that'll be so good. Quite frankly, I talk a lot about Alec Arthanez, who I think is the best batsman we've got in the region, sub-region. In the 4 Windward Islands. He's such a wonderful touch player. And mind you, not because you're Grenadian, I think you're right up there too. Be very modest about that. Here he is, moves in, Narayan bowls to Reggie's nice shot, comes inside the line, turns it down to mid-wicket, thought about the second round, decided against it, the return, very good. Well, at least not high, but at least getting the ball out of your arm is so very important. Releasing it is so very important. Restricting the batsmen to just 1. So Regis has gone to 17 of 19 balls. So not quick going by any stretch of imagination. 43 for 3. Aston Jackson now comes into strike as Narayan moves in, sneaks past the umpire now and bowls, and Jackson gets one that's very low. They go to for a very quick single. Good run too. Just waited on that.
Yes.
It was a very slow delivery, like molasses on a cold day, but he was onto the front foot and just turned it out on the onside. So that, I think there might be just a one more ball remaining there. The umpires confirming with each other that one is remaining. So 6.5 overs gone. They need 30 of 19. If you're batting, you would think that you've got the advantage here. Narayan has asked Arthanez to go right back on the long off boundary. There is also a long on, extra cover. And there is a backward point, cover square, delivery that is pitched up, turned out onto the onside. They've hustled for 1. They will come back for the second. The return comes to the keeper's end. It's a quick one. But I think that Reggie's is even quicker. And how important it is, of course, to run the first run quickly. I think immediately they discovered that there were, in fact, 2 runs there. They got hit. 2 more to Reggie's, who has now gone on to 19. And the total has gone to 46 for 3.
Yes. I think this is smart batting by Regis. Not trying to take any big risk right now. It's just simple cricket. Rotation of the strike is also key in this format as well.
Yeah. So being with the Volcanoes, what sort of routine that you folk are going into before Raphael Crony comes back? So we'll stick another minute or 2 with you on here.
Right now, we're also preparing for the continuation of the 4-day tournament because it starts back in May. So although the T10 is playing, players usually come in the morning and still put in the work and still come and play the T10. is a lot, but I think is very important because there is not much time after the T10 before the 4-day.
Tough on the body?
Yeah.
But young people are supposed to be strong. It shouldn't be much of a problem. So, thank you very much, Johan, for coming and just chit-chatting with us here. We appreciate it so very much and enjoy the rest of the tournament. And hope that you'll have great success stories in whatever you do, and that you can cement your way, of course, into a Windward Islands lineup.
Thank you very much. It was a pleasure.
So that was, of course, Johan Jeremiah. We got the opportunity to converse with him for a couple of overs. We appreciate it so very much. Very affable young man and a very disciplined young man, and I'm not surprised that he's such a disciplined player either. Delivery that is hit down to the long on area, deep mid-wicket area rather, and they will get a single. So Regis didn't cue that very well. And he got a single. He's got to 20, and the total has now moved on to 48 for 3. Brings the right-handed Aston Jackson into strike. 48 for 3. Here is a delivery that he was looking to pull through mid-wicket, and the ball took maybe the leading edge and went down to third man. So Arthur has brought a bit of a trouble there for Jackson. He's gone, however, on to 4. They got a single, and the total has moved on to 49 for 3. Brings the left-handed Regis now into strike. He's 20, as Alec Athanes from the far end moves in to bowl to Regis, who is looking to tug that down to the mid-wicket area. They've gone for 1. We'll come back for the second. The return comes in, and it's a very close call there. The umpire says not out. Just managed to get back there in time. That's Jackson. Had to really stride home. Get an opportunity to see that. They got the first run, then turned for the second run. The return came in, and just managed to get there. I guess if the throw was more accurate, he would have been in trouble.
Yeah, good decision by the umpire.
Athanes in to bowl to Regis. Regis is looking to lift that over the area of deep mid-wicket, and that's a bad miss. They will come back for the second run. The ball went behind the stumps, and Hazard, of course, who peeled the glove off and was shined at the non-striker's end, but he made a mess of it, and they were able to come back for the second run. So 54 now for 3.
But the intention was right, trying to throw it to the non-striker then. Just threw it a bit too high. Atenas really could not have reached it and give the batsman an extra run. 54 for 3. And really has been a tussle for Nutmeg Warriors.
Yeah. Here is Regis once more. He's facing up to Athanes. He's outside the off stump. Hits the ball out. Oh, he's going to be run out. Oh, Micah Narayan picked it up very quickly and remained composed. Meanwhile, oh my golly, there was Jackson running down very quickly, and I thought that was rather suicidal. It was going straight to the fielder. There was no way that Sean Little Regis was going to get down there in time. Absolutely no way. And there was Athanes just simply taking off the bail in a rather nonchalant manner. And so he goes back rather disconsolately for that's Aston Jackson run out for 4, and the Nutmeg Warriors, they're 54 for 4.
Yeah, and really 54 for 4. We would not have thought that we would have come down so close at we into the 8th over. Just one delivery to go to complete the 8th over, and there's still 20 runs required from 13 deliveries. Yes, it's a small score, but really I think Clove Challengers really have made them work to get up to this far.
Yes, 20 from 13. You know what? Except we've got a couple of boundaries here. I think Nutmeg Warriors, they're in a bit of a bother. Here he is, moves it, Athanes, to bowl to Regis. Regis is looking to pull that down to the mid-wicket area. That's going to go all the way. That's 6 runs. Well, he rocked onto the back foot and he lifted it. That was going to be a very crucial hit indeed, really crucial. He went onto the back foot, cleared the front part out of the way, and that was a big hit. It really was a big hit for a little man, and it went soaring over the deep mid-wicket area. 6 runs there to Regis, and he really got it when it was really needed. He's gone to 28 of 24, and the total has gone to 60 for 4, 8 overs completed.
Yeah, good shot by Regis, and this would have released quite a lot of pressure. And he got himself in a good position and really picked it up and really hit it really well over long on. So 14 runs required from 12 deliveries.
Well, what needs to happen here, I think Keyshawn Mitchell, who will be taking strike, I think Ravel, he'll be looking for a single. What do you think?
Well, I think this is the right thing to do. You want to give Regis more of the strike. He's a batsman that is in, and you just want to give him more of the strike.
We have a match on hand here, ladies and gentlemen, viewers, wherever you are. There is really a match here. 14 required of 12. And there is a new batsman at the crease in Keyshawn Mitchell. Sensible cricket has to be played. Good sense must prevail. This is crunch time.
Buddy Bowl is forced over for 6 runs, and he would be really looking to really tighten his screws, and would probably want to bowl another good over.
Well, Regis has just gone down to Mitchell and has advised him. And I would tell you, based upon my estimation, what he may have told him. Push the ball just in front of you, take off for the single, give me the strike. Buddy moves in to Mitchell, and Mitchell is coming forward, turns it up to long on. Now they've hustled for 1. Under normal circumstances, they may have attempted the second run, and they decided to stay for the single. But that was nicely hit by Mitchell down to long on as Arthur Ness came off the boundary very quickly. So he's off the mark. Shonel Regis, who's on 28, a lot would depend on him. They require 13 from 11. 6 wickets in the hutch. This is not for the unbearable, not for the weakest of heart, not for those who are short of nerves. Regis taps away at the crease, and here once more is Buddy in. Both the Regis. Regis gets a slower delivery that he hits up to long off. They've hustled for 1. They thought about the second, just for a fleeting moment, decided against it. Arthur Ness came in for about 20 yards, picked the ball up, and in one motion through at the keeper's end. They get 1. He is now moved on to 29. They therefore need 12 of 10 deliveries. Very interesting match we have here, as Buddy just remarking his approach. He's there now, in and bowls, and Mitchell has a big swish at that one outside the off stump. Doesn't make contact. Maybe if he had hit that, it would have gone through extra cover. Keeper collecting behind the stumps. So 9 balls remaining, 12 runs required.
Has been a good over so far by Jimmy Buddy, and just picking up 2 singles in his first 3 deliveries.
Buddy to bowl to Mitchell. Wayward delivery down the leg side. It's going to be called a wide. He's got to re-bowl that. You can't afford to bowl wides now. Not at this stage. You can't give away anything. They require 11 from 9. Buddy none for 9 so far. He has bowled well. Just marred by that delivery down the leg side. Here is Buddy once more in and bowls to Mitchell. Mitchell is looking to heave that over the mid-wicket area, and the will scamper for a single. Well, he really wanted to tug that down to mid-wicket. The ball ended up just a few meters in front of him, and the bowler, Buddy, run very quickly on his follow-through, but by that time, both batsmen had scampered down the track, and they made it without any alarm, no danger involved. So Mitchell is 2. Shondell Regis is now 29, 64 for 4. They need 10 from 8, as Buddy would move in once more to bowl to Regis. There he is, and bowls. Regis is hitting that, down to the long on position. The first for one. They're coming back for the second. The return is coming into the keeper's end. And then to the non-striker's end. And they got two. Now, that's not good cricket at all. It should have been at the non-striker's end. It went down to the keeper. They were stranded. There, the non-striker was stranded. And it went to the wrong end. In the end, by the time Hazard got the ball and was trying to hurl at the non-striker's end, they got there. So in the end, they got two. Ill afforded 2 runs there. But they got it. Interesting that.
Yeah, bad miss there. Really should have been a run out.
Here's Buddy in and bowls to Regis. Regis gets a delivery way outside the off stump. Wouldn't be called a wide. So that completes the over. Yes. So 9 overs gone. 66 for 4. And this is turning out to be a real classic. I love it. They require 8 from 6. 8 from 6. Can they get it? It will be Mitchell that'll be taking strike. I think Regis would have loved to hit a single so that he could be taking the strike. Last over is coming up. They need another 8 runs from 6 deliveries. Well, Raphael, we did have a little contest in the first match when we thought I said the total was going to be 114. And you said that it's going to get up to 120. And you did beat me to it. Exactly 120. Who's going to win this game?
Yeah, this is a difficult one, but I really feel that the Nutmeg Warriors are under some pressure. 1 over to go. And they would want to try to keep Mitchell on strike as much as possible. But we could be very interested in terms of the strategy that they use in bowling this particular over. But I really feel that they are under some pressure to get at 8 runs in the last over.
Arthur, well, he came in to bowl to Mitchell. Hazard was behind the stumps and saying, hey guys, you've got to be on your toes. You're right. Nobody could be flat-footed out there at all, not even the batsmen. Here he is, moving in. Arthur is in and bowls to Mitchell. Mitchell is looking to hit that out on the outside. Leg before! Struck him right in front, looking to heave that over mid-wicket. The appeal went up, playing across the line. And the umpire says, that's out. Now let's look at it. He's getting hit on the back leg. He's gone. There's no question about that. Gone. So Arthur has struck 66 for 5. 66 for 5. 8 required. 5 balls to get those 8. And 5 wickets to go.
And still Regis is not on strike. So it really looking tight. Mitchell going leg before Cyrus, who does have the ability to hit the ball long. But really interesting game. We never expected it would have come down to this, chasing 74 for victory. Nutmeg Warriors find themselves really struggling. Still 8 runs required from 5 deliveries.
Yes, 8 runs from 5. That's a nice equation. Tantalizing. And if this ground were full of spectators, it would have been a tangible affair. Nutmeg Warriors, 66 for 5. What was initially supposed to be an easy run chase turns out to be a tough one. Arthur Nez is in and, aborted his approach.
I would have loved to see maybe the long leg going right back. Short fine leg, probably going right back. Atnes is looking to hit.
This to Cyrus. Catch taken, gone. Oh, that was hit down to the deep square leg boundary. And so the first ball that Cyrus has played, it was short, and he went up on one leg and pulled it nicely into the hands of down to the deep square leg area. And so Cyrus has gone without scoring. Cut down there on the square leg boundary, caught by who was the catcher? I'm trying to get it. Might have been Desron Maloney. Yes, Maloney. We've just confirmed that of the bowling of Arthur Nez, and so he went without scoring. And Nutmeg Warriors, they're all the 6s there. 66 for 6. Whoa, what a match this is.
Yeah,
Regis is at non-strikers end. No, he did in fact cross because the ball stayed quite some time in the air. So he's got to do something extraordinary. There must be at least one boundary hit in this over. 66 for 6. 8 runs needed off 4. Arthanes 2 for 14. Moves in to bowl to Regis. Regis is hitting that. Somebody's going to take the catch. The catch is going to be taken. No, dropped. Dropped. They will come back for the second run. Oh, that's interesting. Well, you know, I also like the fact that the ball stayed quite a long time in the air. Regis went for the first run very quickly, just in case that the catch was going to be dropped. It was, in fact, dropped. And in the end, they came back for the second run. So that was it Ted? Oh, we'll have to check and see who dropped the catch. Here is Arthanes in bowls to Regis. Oh, he didn't bowl at all. And he's got to go right back. Interesting that. Here once more is Arthanes in and bowls to Regis. Regis is coming forward. Hits that in the air. That's going a long way. Would somebody take the catch? No, it's gone all the way. Oh, it's gone all the way. It's gone for 6. That was a huge blow. That was a mighty blow. What an anticlimax to this match. It was dropped short. He rocked on the back foot and he lifted it over the long on area. It kept going and going as if trying to defy the laws of gravity. And gravity pulled it down in the end. And what a way to climax the match. And so, Nutmeg Warriors, they've won by 4 wickets with some 2 balls to spare. And Arthanes, well, he did his best. 2 for 22. And it came down to the final over, really final over. And that turned out to be a crucial, big, mammoth, decisive hit over the long on area for 6. So, Warriors, they've won this game. They've won by 4 wickets.
Yeah, and good victory by Warriors, but I must say Cinnamon Pacers must be disappointed. That catch that was dropped previous delivery really would have turned the game. And that player, we're still trying to find out try to get the person who would have dropped that catch, but I think that really was a crucial part of the game with that catch being dropped there and Warriors coming home victorious. But I think Clove Challengers, there's nothing to feel bad about. I think they played well. They fight to defend 73 and they weren't able to get over the line with just 2 balls remaining. I think they really would have done a fine job.
I just wondered whether it might have been Thomas, substitution, who dropped the catch. So Nutmeg Warriors, they've won by 4 wickets and the players are in fact just doing the normal formalities after a match. Also the officials, the 2 umpires, went out there and they're going out there and just the usual handshake. So hard luck. As they always say, Nutmeg Warriors winning this and winning it in the last over. They've won by 4 wickets. So let's just go a little bit through the scorecard for Nutmeg Warriors, and then after we'll get an actual summary of both the teams. So Seanel Regis turned out to be the hero of this match. 39 of 29 and just 2 sixes and 1 4. So it was not a boundary-studded innings of 39. Fletcher was caught. Arthanes bowled Narayan for 16, had 3 4s in the process. Regis was not out on 30. Wavell Benjamin bowled Narayan for 4. Donald McDonald caught the substitute bowling of Narayan, went without scoring. Huston Jackson was run out by Narayan brilliantly too. He went for 4. Kishon Mitchell was leg before to Arthanes for 2. Darryl Cyrus was Scott Buddy of the bowling of Arthanes without scoring. In the end, Akeem Alexis was not out and didn't have to face a ball. There were extras 9. 9 of them, 2 leg byes, 6 wides, and 1 no ball. Let's look a little bit here at the bowling analysis in terms of the bowling. Well, Jonathan Taylor, 2 overs, no means, picked up none for 11. Buddy had none for 12 of 2. Hippolyte had none for 14 of 2. Micah Narayan picked up 3 for 13 of 2. And Alec Arthanes had 2 for 22 of 1.4 overs. So the Cinnamon Pacers, obviously they were outgunned. It was a close contest, very close contest, but I would think that they didn't put sufficient runs on the board, and in the end, the Nutmeg Warriors, they eclipsed the victory. They got the victory, and they ended up with 74 for 6, with Hakeem Alexis not out, no score, and Shondell Ridges, the man at the moment, who hit a big 6 off the bowling of Arthurnays, and he got the 13-9. It's been a real classic display of cricket, not high scoring by any stretch of imagination, low scoring contest, but it turned out to be much more fascinating than anticipated. The run chase turned out to be quite a challenging one indeed. And shortly we'll be going down to Raphael Crony. Of course, there is already the adjudication as to who the man of the match award is going to be, but soon you will know about that. That's going to be coming up shortly. Well, just to let you know, tomorrow, God's willing, the Bayleaf Blasters, they're going to be coming up against the Cinnamon Pacers, and that's at 11:45 tomorrow, God's willing. And match number 20 would be the Nutmeg Warriors. They'll be playing against the Saffron Strikers tomorrow, God's willing. That's going to start at 2:30 in the afternoon. Those are the two matches. Then the day after, which is Thursday, Cinnamon Pacers will be up against Ginger Generals, and Bayleaf Blasters, the second match, which starts at 2:30, will be playing against Bayleaf Blasters will be coming up against Clove Challengers. So all in all, I think it was an interesting day. The ground staff, they're already out there in the middle, giving the wicket a bit of moisture and making the sort of preparations for tomorrow's game. Well, we're going to be going downstairs. Let's just quickly look at it again. Cinnamon Pacers 73 for 4, Carmichael 25 of 28, Arthurnays 19 of 17, and Nutmeg Warriors, they won by 4 wickets. They got to 74 for 6, Fletcher 16, Regis 39. Let's go down to Raphael Crowley, the man of the match award.
Yeah, and we the man of the match for this final game of the day, Nutmeg Warriors playing against Clove Challengers, Cinnamon Pacers. I have with me man of the match, Shondell Regis. I have with me also the match referee, Carl Phyllis. He's going to present to Shondell Regis his award for man of the match. Shondell, very exciting game, having to score just 73 for victory. And really it looked as it going to go anyway with just 3 deliveries remaining. How do you feel batting outside under that condition?
I mean, the wicket was difficult to start, so you got to find a rhythm outside there. But you also got to remain calm and composed to make sure that you're there until the game is finished.
You said the wicket was difficult at the start. And how difficult it was? What was the problem that you experienced?
It was too pacey. It was up and down. I think batting with Andrew Fletcher in the start also helped me a bit, because I experienced players Fletcher, he was always cheering me on to continue to move on to fight. And if I stay at the end, I know the game will be victorious.
And what was your feeling in the last over coming up?
I mean, as I said in the start, it was to remain calm and composed. It was kind of challenging for the first 2 balls. Didn't get it as we like, but at the end of the day, we came out victorious. I thank for that.
But when you saw the last over, because you had to get 8 in the last over, okay, and then 2 wickets fell. You was on the non-strikers end. What were you thinking? What did you want to happen?
Well, basically for me, I was thinking 2s as fast as possible. If we can cross over and we can get the hard boundary, I know the game will be in our hand. At the end, a wicket fall early. Cyrus came in and he pushed me to cross because he believed in me in hitting the ball outside for 6 in the spinner's over.
All right, well, all the best, and hope that you continue to do well going forward.
Yeah, thanks.
Shondell Regis, man of the match.
Well, congratulations there to Shondell Regis, having gotten the Man of the Match award, and the Nutmeg Warriors. Congratulations to them. They've won, and they've won by 4 wickets. It was a bit of a nail-biting finish in the end. And whether we'll have a nail-biting finish tomorrow, God's willing. Don't forget our first match is going to be Bay Leaf Blasters against Cinnamon Pasters. And Nutmeg Warriors come up after against Saffron Strikers. That's going to be at 2:30. As usual, it's always been a great pleasure bringing you the broadcast. Until tomorrow, you have a good one.
Live from the stadium that delivered that memorable and emphatic win to the West Indies, Grenada, comes the Dream 11 Spice Isle T10 2.0 cricket competition. 30 matches, 14 days of exciting T10 cricket action. 6 teams, only one will be champions. See the likes of the Spiceman, Andre Fletcher, Devon Smith, international players Kesrick Williams, Alec Atenes, and more. Support your team. Love the game. Dream 11 Spice Isle T10 2.0 cricket competition. April 5th to the 18th. Grenada National Stadium. Pure Spice of the Caribbean.
Energy. The world runs on it every day.
Good morning. Welcome to Soul.
Hi.
Hi.
And when we put the best of the Caribbean together with the energy we harness, everything runs so much smoother. Because at the end of the day, it's all about connecting people.
Happy birthday, Dad.
Soul, wherever your journey begins.
Imagine having the home of your dreams. Imagine investing in that piece of property you can call your own. Imagine finally doing that home improvement project you've always been thinking about. It's time to stop imagining and start doing. Let the GUT Credit Union help you take the first step with fantastic rates, affordable repayments, and reduced legal fees. Make the move. Get better terms on your mortgage. Use your home equity to make those dreams a reality. Act now. There's really no place like home. GUT Credit Union. It's where you belong.
The biggest and safest summer festival in the region, August 8th and 9th. Let's go to Grenada for Spice Mass. Call your booking agents and get your tickets today.
I too have felt the impact of this pandemic and miss the days of being able to socialize with the freedom we once had. But it is in these times that we must come together to fight as one people through getting vaccinated and doing what's right. I am Aruna Neptune and I am fully vaccinated. Play your part. Keep yourselves, your loved ones, and your community protected. Spice Mass, here we come. It's our time again.